All right, y'all. I think we are finally live. um, I need y'all, anybody that is tuning in and watching today, please, 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 in the chat, please, if y'all can see me and hear me, I want to make sure. So it's been a little while since I've been live online like this. So let me know if y'all can hear me and see me. Good afternoon, everyone. So glad to see everyone here today. Welcome. I'm so excited. This today is a relaunch of my launch party that I had last Sunday. And so very excited to be able to share with you all. All right. Thank you, Dr. Crystal. Come on now and telehelpreneur and Ashley, y'all come through. Yes. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right. Well, I won't be before you too long. I do want to make sure that everyone here that is tuning in now and then even watching the replay of the replay that you all get a sense of how everything was, for the gathering last Sunday. So hey, I understand life happens. You weren't able to make it. You might have, had anything going on. You maybe made it late or, something like that. But we here today, y'all. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks so much for being patient with me as I was dealing with these technical difficulties. Hey, Felicia. I'm so glad these comments is working, y'all. StreamYard, this is like a totally aside, but StreamYard was not showing me comments before. So glad that you all are able to hear and see me well, and I can see y'all too. Praise God on this Sunday. All right. Well, let me get for you all this presentation so y'all see what's going on. All right. And here we are. Okay. So I'm taking me off the screen, but hopefully you all can still hear me. Can y'all still hear me? I'm hoping that's a yes. Can I get a yes in the chat? Can I get an amen? Something. Hey, Kiki. Yes, I can see you, Keisha. Yep, I can see you from Facebook. Yes. If y'all can still hear me and see me, I just want to make sure as I got this presentation, or I may have to do a side-by-side just in case, because I don't want anything to be missed. Oh, you can still hear me. Great. All right. Well, I'm going to keep it moving. All right. So welcome everybody to the official launch party recap, replay. Oh my goodness, y'all. All right. And so let's see here. All right. So let's get into what you missed. All right. So we had a really nice agenda. And we were located, just so you know, for those of you that didn't get to find out and see what happened and see the location and all that, we were located on the south side of Chicago at the South Chicago Branch Library is where we were located. We had check-in, we had light refreshments, photo booth in the mint green room. And then after we, progressed from there, we went over to the Purple Paradise room and we did a little bit more mingling with some mocktails and vendor visits. And then the MC was able to introduce me. And then he also not only gave the welcome and introduction, but then I went into my presentation for the day. And then we went into a little Q&A. And then lastly, we had some raffle prizes. So I hope all of y'all that made it that time stay, because you missed some good stuff. And then we went back to, vendor visits, mocktails, and final, photo ops, mingling and celebrating and all the things. Okay. And that photo of me, by the way, is by Aperture Photography. Just want to shout out a little early. But starting off, a little photo recap. So here in this room, we had so many things going on. This was in the mint green room. So Here we had, first off, just starting off this table, y'all. This food table, shall I say, is the one that really took a lot of, what shall I say? It was a lot of thought that went into this, not only by myself, but others. Table, I want to make sure, like with this being in the health and wellness space, there is nothing worse. There's a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. I don't know about anybody else's, but when you go to an event hosted by a healthcare organization and there's like a whole bunch of junk food on the table and pop and all of this, and it's like, wait a minute, we can't be talking about oh, what you should do when we're nurses, nurse practitioners, other medical providers, telling people about things that they should have in their diet as healthy snacks and things like that, and eats. But then we don't display that ourselves. And so I just wanted to make sure that we had a little something on the table. You know what I'm saying? So we had some like energy nuts on there. We had some everything flavored pretzels. We had some sea salt popcorn, and then we had a kale salad on the table as well. And then some of the other things that we had were actually, it was a really nice vinaigrette and olive set by this black women owned company. I can't remember the name of it right now, but oh my goodness, it was really, really nice. And so had all of that stuff on the table. That name is gonna come to me, I swear. But Made with Love, that's the name of her company. So that was on the table. And then we had a nice fruit tray on there, and then we had these cute little pineapple like fruit, like little skewers that we had on there. And then the arrangements and all the stuff that came with the salad was really nice and healthy options. Water. Now the not so healthy stuff, but good stuff that we still enjoyed, was these white chocolate peanut butter handmade clusters that are there that are mint green. And we even had mint green and purple lights up under the water. And then now over to the other photos down here. So we had a photo booth, as you can see, off down to the bottom right. Here's some of the folks that showed up. Davy and her daughter. Davy and her daughter were there with some of the props, but that's all the stuff we had. We had some cute spa, girly type stuff, but also medical props and stuff too. Those beautiful flowers from my mom were actually dyed purple and mint green. And then we had a beautiful garden wall in the background. We had to really bring in this whole thing with this green room, y'all. So we had ivy everywhere on the back wall. We had it hanging from the photos. We even had green chairs in the room, everything. All right. So we progressed over to the other room, and from there we were, just able to mingle and meet. I was able to just connect with folks that were, friends, family, old co-workers, new friends, all the things. And so it was such a really, really enjoyable time. And I'm so grateful for all the folks that I was able to run into and see. These are some of the vendors and some of the things that they had going on. And so I'll be able to share with each of them here, who was at the event for the day. And so, but we had a good time. I had 4 vendors there, and those vendors are, first off, Lanisha Cephas Global LLC. So if you are, and I hope y'all can still see the presentation. Let me know if y'all can still see well. This is Lanisha Cephas Global LLC. You can feel free to scan her QR code here on the screen if you like, and visit with her. But she had her books there. She has 5 different books, and she actually was one of the contributors for the giveaways as well. So we had 10 of her books as giveaways, but we also, the baskets that I was able to give away was actually sponsored by her. So grateful for Lanisha Cephas Global LLC and her daughter for being there vendoring that day with us. And then next we had Angela with Project Bloom. And so Project Bloom is an organization which I forgot to Actually, let me go back one because I actually meant to share some info about Lanisha so that you had. So give me 1 second because I wanted to make sure. So that's the info. So Lanisha is a dedicated family nurse practitioner, passionate about community health. She's an author, intercessory prayer warrior, host of the YouTube platform Healthy Community, Wealthy Community rather. And so you can find her on the website there, but I just wanted to share that. All right, now we can go on to the next person. Sorry about that. So next we had Project Bloom. This is Angela here, photographed. Is a 501c3 nonprofit, and they're dedicated to combating period poverty in the sub-Saharan Africa, and they distribute free sustainable period products and educational workshops to empower girls and communities in need. So another wonderful organization that I was so glad to have present at the event. Then next we had Prosper Health, and this is Dr. Gladys Larson, rather. And so they provide primary care, mental health, weight loss, and medical aesthetic services. So she is my fellow nurse practitioner colleague. And I forgot to mention Lanisha again is as a nurse practitioner as well. All right, and then lastly, our last vendor that was able to make it out that day. This is Cecilia, and this is Honor. And so Honor's period panties have patented flexible absorbency system that offers unprecedented protection that lasts twice as long as traditional period panties. And so these were our 4 vendors that were present at the event. Now, okay, and then so I also want to again highlight our photographer. This is David Holmes. He is Aperture Photography. And so if you are interested in having him to not only do things like your headshots, but also be present at your event to be your photographer, he is so amazing. Very engaging at the event. All over the place. Both rooms got headshots of all of the vendors, myself, all of the features, all of the things, and got me my photos back in 3 days. So absolutely love this guy. He is so wonderful, and I would definitely recommend him hands down. Okay. All righty. And so now I want to move along to actually show you the presentation.
Thank you for bearing with us and being a part of this. We appreciate every single person that has walked through these doors, that is coming as a vendor, that is coming as a guest, that is supporting his family, that are here as friends, and again, those that have no clue who I am. All right. Special announcement, August 10th, 2025. Today is the day. All right. Yeah, there we go. It's a little day. All right. Now, normally I tell people don't look at your phones when we're doing something like this. And I don't have the biography memorized.
We just keep it moving.
I'm going to add a little. There we go. That's what we wanted to hear.
Right. Okay.
All right. Perfect. Full screen. She's not here. You don't see her. And
twice.
Hold on. I'm gonna do more than that.
Well, we've been doing this for 40 years, y'all, and we got 40 more to go. So thank you for bearing.
Okay. Hold on. Having some extra, I'm hearing extra stuff in my ear. Hold on, y'all. I gotta love.
And being a part of this, we appreciate everything.
Hold on. We may have to start from scratch. And then restart. So sorry about that, y'all. I had all my stuff pulled up. But anyway, hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. So gotta love technical difficulties. I don't even know. You know what? I think what I have playing in my ear is my phone. I'm sorry about that, y'all. All right. This should hopefully do it, and y'all should be able to now see what I had planned before. All right. All right. If y'all can see it, let me know. Excuse me.
There we go. That's what we want. Marquita, my mother with the purple hat, who wants to be acknowledged. Advocate dedicated to improving reproductive well-being. She earned her Master of and being a part of this. We appreciate every single person that has walked through these doors, that is coming as a vendor, that is coming as a guest, that is supporting his family, that are here as friends, and again, those that have no clue who I am. All right. Special announcement, August 10th, 2025. Today is the day. All right. Yeah, there we go. What's the day? All right. Now, normally I tell people don't look at your phones when we're doing something like this. And I don't have the biography memorized. I'm going to ad lib a little bit, and that's okay. And I'm going to read it from my phone. So can you all bear with me for a bit? Thank you so much. All right, Fallon M. M stands for Marquita, my mother with the purple hat, who wants to be acknowledged. Fallon Marquita Flowers. Advanced practice registered nurse, women's health nurse practitioner who is board certified, okay? Don't knock the board certified. Is a board certified women's health nurse practitioner, speaker and advocate dedicated to improving reproductive well-being. She earned her Master of Science in Nursing from Loyola University. Ooh, come on, right? We got some Loyola love out there. That's right. An associate degree in nursing from the City Colleges of Chicago, Daly College, and a bachelor's in biology from Western Illinois University. Yeah. Come on, Leathernecks, baby. Look, I spent some time down there in Western, and yeah. All right. Since 2018, Fallon has served medically underserved, low-income, and uninsured patients in community health settings on Chicago's South Side. She currently provides obstetric and gynecologic care at Friends Health, previously worked at Access Community Health Network, and served as a clinical preceptor for nurse practitioner students. Her clinical expertise spans contraception management, STI prevention and treatment, menstrual and urinary health issues, and more. So all the ladies out there, call Fallon. If you know some ladies, tell them to call Fallon, okay? Fallon is a passionate advocate for contraceptive equity and reproductive justice. In 2023, she was recognized as a contraceptive equity champion by ICANN for truer contraceptive Korean approach, approach, not Korean, no disrespect, all right? That is trauma-informed, respectful, unconscious, bias-aware, evidence-based, and reproductive well-being centered. Now that's an acronym, okay? She is a member of the National Association of Nurse Practitioners in Women's Health, NPWH, an American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, ACOG, and Chicago chapter of National Black Nurses Association. Right? All right. Recognizing the transitionary challenges young women face, Fallon is expanding her expertise in adolescent health through a continuing education series with ECHO Chicago. Her commitment to this specialized training reflects her compassion and advocacy for adolescents, those women, particularly seeing in their fragmented care and reduced preventive health visits when transitioning from pediatric care to gynecology and beyond. For over 20 years, y'all, that's 2 decades, okay? Some people in here now 20 years old. For over 20 years, Fallon has engaged in health education initiatives, beginning as a women's health outreach coordinator in college, where she contributed articles to Women's News and Views and provided women's wellness education to fellow students. So she's been training for a long time, okay? Since then, her outreach has expanded to include educating young women about feminine hygiene and reproductive health through organizations like Pretty Inc. and Polished Pebbles. She also led the Maternal Health and Wellness panel at the Chicago Nurse Expo in 2021, addressing critical topics in perinatal care. This has also led to her invitation to serve on the advisory board for Below Your Belt, L3C, and a pelvic health social enterprise and stakeholder advisory board member for Black midwives and Black women. Fallon's dedication to evidence-based practice extends to research. She has contributed to clinical trials, co-authored poster presentations, and published journal articles focusing on maternal health, including collaborations with the Optimized Study. She's also presented at the Association of Women's Health, Obstetric and Neonatal Nursing Conference, and has served as a peer reviewer for Women's Healthcare, a clinical journal for NPWH. I'm gonna pause because we got a little bit more to go, but can we give her a round of applause because she's done some things. Right? There's another paragraph.
Oh, okay.
All right, so her expertise has been recognized through numerous awards, including the 40 Under 40 and Emerging Nurse Leader from the Illinois Nurses Foundation and NBNA Under 40 Award. Fallon's including Sigma Theta Tau International, Honor Society of Nursing, the Student Nurses Association of Illinois, and the Illinois Nurse Practitioner. Now, beyond this, her clinical and academic contributions, Fallon is dedicated to expanding public knowledge on women's health through media and education. She's launching Glow Up Health, Wellness for College and Early Career Women, a blog empowering young adults with accessible, medically sound health information. Follow Your GYN Girlfriend for insightful discussion on women's health and reproductive well-being. And of course, to request Fallon for signature talks, workshops, or media engagements, please visit her website, bit.ly/Your Girlfriend, or connect with her at LinkedIn. And before we actually bring her up, again, this has been my sister of all my life. And I've had the pleasure of learning from her, being mentored by her. She's helped me and countless other people, from launching podcasts to authoring books and keeping children in safe homes, providing good, strong relationships and foundations. She's done so much that's not on a screen that no one ever realizes and gives her credit for. So as we bring her up to the stage today, please stand up, give her a warm welcome and round of applause, Miss Fallon Marquita. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Hopefully this thing is following me now. And hopefully the folks on Zoom can see me okay. I hope y'all can see me. To God be the glory, first of all. And not just because it's Sunday, because, he has brought us here on this day. And I could not have done it without any of you here in this room. So I am so greatly appreciative of all of you here to come. And so the special announcement day is here. I'm so excited. August 10th, as Delmar has said, I can't wait till August 11th. I am with you. Okay, today, this is it. And so I want to I want to talk about, so he talked about how in my bio about the adolescent health a bit, and how I'm expanding my knowledge in adolescent health. And I want to talk to you about the compassion. So he talked about how I was working at Access Community Health and now at Friend Health. Over my time in practice, I have been seeing that there has been a large gap when it comes to the adolescent population. If we think about it, everybody who's a mom raise their hand. Well, the mamas in the room. We got a lot of mamas. All right. So you all remember when you started prenatal care, every month you were coming in, then every 2 weeks you started coming in, then every week, and then you had like a 6-week postpartum visit, and then everything dropped off, then of course, this is not about the moms today, but just kind of think in your mind, like how, intentional the care has been for, watching after not only you, but this child. Now this young lady is now coming in, and I'm speaking about the young ladies, so I'm sorry about for the gentlemen today, but we think about you start bringing your babies in for their well baby checks, and they getting all their vaccines, and there's this constant everything about the baby, making sure that they're okay. And then every year, then you're getting things like your back to school physicals every year, but you still get a lot of shots and visits in between. But after a while, that care tends to kind of drop off. And so, what I was starting to notice was that these young ladies, maybe 15, 16-year-olds, and even kind of in their young 20s, all of a sudden were forgotten about. They were coming in and they were being brought in by their moms, because of the fear of, I think you having sex is one of them, or you need to be on birth control because I was this age when this happened to me type of thing. Or their moms were bringing them in for virginity checks to kind of use the speculum device that we use to look inside the vagina as almost like a torture type of a thing, saying like, hey, oh, you think you're having sex now, don't you? Oh, okay. Well, let you see this doctor, this gynecologist, and let you see them so that you know not to do this again. And so their introduction to gynecology and to women's health has not been that kind. Nobody wants to be drugged in for accusation of something that they maybe are doing or aren't doing. But either way, that's their introduction to this whole new department. They've been seeing pediatrics with this one provider their whole life, somebody that they know and they trust. And then all of a sudden they get thrown in like, yeah, go see this person now, and they don't stick things in you. What kind of way is that to be introduced into to women's health, to your body? You can see I have on my lady here, if you can see her well enough, she has flowers over her breasts and in her vaginal pelvic area and everything. Our bodies are precious, and they need to be treated and valued as such. And the people that care for you with those body parts also should be somebody that you should be able to trust. You shouldn't be afraid of them and, thinking that this is something that, that you have to do because your mom made you do it. You should be able to want to do this. But my whole point being is that there is not a real transition that's been placed in healthcare to guide young ladies to say, hey, as you are getting up in age, this is the other person that you're going to start seeing, because after a while, you're going to see someone in family medicine, for instance, or sometimes boy, I'm forgetting my word right now. What's your other department? Family medicine, or no, your other title, internal medicine. Yes. So you may see somebody in either family medicine or internal medicine for all your general health, cough, cold, you got a rash, something going on with your foot, vaccines, things like that. You're going to see this person, but nobody ever really talks about, hey, this is the person that you need to come see for these parts of your body and for this type of care. And so, in seeing that, and then just thinking back about, even my time and our friends' times and things like that, when we were going away to college and things like that, there was no transition, And what I've also been seeing is that, I've been seeing that people, when students go away to school, what you basically have is just like you have your school health center, and that's it. And it's just during the week, and that's all you got. So I want to make sure to be available for young ladies so that they have more of a guide of, what to do, where to go, all of the things. So I know that I'll be starting off writing. I'll be doing a lot of writing. So one of the first things that I'll be doing when it comes to writing, and I need to hide this, is Glow Up Health. So this is my blog that I'll be launching. So Glow Up Health, Wellness for College and Early Career Women. Thank you. Almost need you to just hold this. Thank you. Like, you can take out of there. You got this one time. And so I'm so excited to launch this this blog, and some of that will be centered around different women's health observances as time goes along. And then, just kind of guiding them in this kind of time frame where they're not necessarily a kid anymore. You're not pediatrics, but you're not fully adult. You're kind of somewhere in between. And so I want to make sure that I have something available for them to read as a resource that's written by a medical provider that sees them. Okay. The next thing is I have a book coming out. And so the name of the book is called Getting to Know Gynecology, an Introductory Guide for Young Adolescent Women. So I am so excited for this to be coming out. So I'm still working on this, but I'm looking at maybe the beginning of the year is when this will come out. But again, I want to be able to have them, to have something in hand, no matter if it's a physical book. So I'm gonna have to reach out to all my fellow authors out here to get help with that. But the digital ebook part, I think I can kind of figure out along the way. But we all need help though, and thank you all again for your help, for just everything, for just being here today, and just every hand and every thought, every prayer, everything that you all have done to make this day possible. So excited for this. So this is something else with writing that I'll be putting out. And then it is quiz time. So I want to know, this is question number 1. I just got 3 questions. Okay, so number 1, I'm not having periods or periods anymore, not having babies or not having babies anymore, and not having any problems down there. I don't need to go to the gynecologist unless something is wrong. False. Thank God y'all said false. Okay, good. Yes, false is correct. But there are a lot of people that I see on a regular basis that don't come to see the gynecology provider anymore just because of some of these reasons. And so they think, for instance, young women, for instance, who haven't started having periods yet, they don't need to come see a gynecologist. Older women who have stopped having periods in menopause, I don't need to go down there. And then, if you're not trying to have birth control or have babies or any of that type of stuff, or, be pregnant, a lot of people think that you don't need to come to see, but these areas are areas of the body that if you think about it, generally, every practice is different when you go to family medicine. But generally, someone is going to look at, they're going to, your heart, lungs, feel on your belly, make your arms move. They're going to watch you walk, but nobody is looking down there. And generally, some providers do, some don't in family medicine. They are not giving breast exams. So you may get a mammogram referral, but you're not getting a breast exam. So I tell my patients, I take care of everything that fits inside of a bikini. If it fits in there, come see me. If you ask me about anything, I got this I don't know nothing about that thing on your arm. I can't help you. If it don't fit in the bikini, I don't got you, okay? So I do like to always advocate that point, because there's a lot of people that really don't think that this is true. Number 2, I was always told that I need 2 towels, one for my face and one for my body. I don't need one for my vagina too. True, false, or I have no idea. Oh. All right, thank y'all. Y'all a good audience. Y'all smart. False. Yes. I still have a lot of patients that I see, adolescents, adults, it doesn't matter. I got one for my face and one for my body. So that same washcloth that you wash your toes with, you washing down there. Okay. All right. All these things, chemicals and things that we have on our skin and our body, you're washing that down there too. So this is something that I also advocate for a lot between the blog, the book, other things that you'll see with social media and things like that. We'll be talking more about that, and some of the giveaways is actually related to this as well. Last question, number 3. If you are at least 12 years old in the state of Illinois, you can see a gynecologist provider for reproductive health needs such as birth control and STD, STI testing. True. That is true. You all are right again. Look at y'all. I need a prize for everybody in the room. Come on, y'all. Yes. But a lot of people are surprised by this. I mean, where's my Mason at? Is he in the back? He is 12 years old. I didn't think about it until I was literally looking over the presentation again yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, he's 12. He can go and be seen for this stuff by himself without a parent or guardian. It's really baffling to kind of think that, but we do have to start respecting that autonomy of these young people, because if they have a relationship where maybe they can't talk to mom, dad, or guardians about, hey, I'm experimenting, I'm thinking about becoming sexually active, or I want to protect myself against pregnancy, they don't necessarily maybe always have that option. Everybody ain't like Mama Flowers, because she'll keep it real, won't you, Mama? Yes, Lord, she will ask you, but everybody's mom and parent is not like that, and so we do want to make sure that we are encouraging and keeping that in mind, that that these young people need to know there's something called minor consent law, which is something I will definitely be talking about in the book, and I do also talk about in presentations and things that I give as well. Now, with that, for those of you, no matter if you got all of the questions right or wrong, this is something that I have that you will be able to get if you like and share with others. It's a guide, it's a downloadable guide that talks about the 7 women's health practices that you have been getting wrong. So there are some things in there that some of you may have known, and maybe you know all of them, but maybe some you will be surprised about. But either way, share it with a friend, okay? Because we could all learn something at a given time. All right. And then I'll have that QR code again available at the end. And so Paul talked about in my bio a bit about talks. This is a little small, apologies. But some of the workshops that I'll have are for teens, for instance. So this is anybody age 13 to 18. So for instance, like Vaginal Health 101, first periods and beyond. Do I really need a gynecologist as a consideration? For college women 18 to 24, things like vaginal health on campus, or from pediatrician to OB-GYN taking charge of women's health, or what every college woman needs to know. And then additional talks like breaking barriers, navigating healthcare as a Black woman, your health and beyond, your voice, advocating your health in healthcare and beyond. I really like to do that a lot. And beyond pads and tampons, exploring your menstrual health options. So these are just some examples, but this is something that I really love being able to do, no matter if it's in person or if it's virtual. Either way, being able to talk more about women's health needs and everything for people. Okay. And so if you have a organization, does anybody have an organization or like a community that they're involved in, that they think that these are talks that they would want to have me to come out to do, anything like that? Do I have some hands? Anybody? Girls groups, women's groups, anything like that? Schools? Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I'm keeping up. Now, with all of that, only voice out there, I do want to make sure, and thank you for coming, I got you. I want to make sure that I have some ambassadors that are helping with this charge. So I started off as a women's health outreach coordinator. I can't believe it, 21 years ago now. Giving different talks on campuses, on the campus of Macomb, Western Illinois University, but also in the Macomb community, doing different talks on women's health and writing things. And so, of course, now instead of doing things like writing things in a newsletter, of course, we have social media now. So these young ladies can not only do things like post things on their social media, but they can also do things like host talks in organizations. So if they're on a sports team, if they are in a sorority, if they're in some women's focus type group on their campus, I can help them with trying to plan those things out and kind of give some guidance in the background. I could also be like a virtual or in-person speaker for them for their events as well. At all of these different schools. So this is really something that I really wanted to make sure to do, because there's a lot of things that I have been seeing with the adolescent community that TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, young women are finding their women's health information on there all the time. Sometimes it's from women's health influencers that are, MDs or nurse practitioners and things like that. But otherwise, I just can't tell you how many times somebody has come in on fire down there and they like, Doc, I need you to help me. What's going on? I bought this stuff off a TikTok shop. What did you get? What is this? Okay, and then I got to add that to my mental repertoire of things to remember, of saying, don't use that no more when I see patients come in, just because there's just so much. But the thing is that peers really love to learn from their own peers. And so the more that we can not only have somebody that, is within their time, and they're in the know as well. So I think that's the really important thing about this Women's Health Ambassador mission that I have from these different schools. And then, you all probably have been wondering what this little symbol has been about all this time. What's going on with all these butterflies and all of this? So as you all know, what's my favorite color, y'all? Y'all got it. Yes. And then I love nature. Absolutely love butterflies. And then just going back, you see the hair. Everybody, if you're gonna recognize me somewhere, you're gonna see this big curly fro somewhere, because that's what everybody tells me. We noticed you by the hair. So this is a part of the symbol of what of the origin that came up so many years ago. So Paul, you may remember this story. Mom, you may remember this, maybe not. Many, many years ago, back when I was a preteen, we were on 79th and Stony, riding down the street. I don't know where we were coming from, but my mom said, you guys got to figure out what y'all want to do with yourself. You got to either be a doctor or an engineer. And I'm like, I don't know what an engineer is, but I do know that we were going to the Robert Crown Center when I was growing up, and we learned about, reproduction, sex ed, and all of that type of stuff. I was so fascinated. We were, like raising litters of puppies, and I was seeing birth like literally close at hand, had my hands in there delivering these puppies. And I was just so enamored by reproduction and life and all of those type of things. And so we were also growing up going to a local dentist office called Watson and Watson Dental, and it was actually family owned. And so that was so important. So as I made that decision, and I first said, you know what? Well, I guess I'll be a doctor. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. And I knew I loved women's health and reproduction, that was going to be the path for me. And so I said, you know what? And at the time, my brother said, you know what? Yeah, that's what I want to do too. So we said we were going to open Flowers and Flowers Gynecology Clinic. That was the plan. But of course, life has its changes. I did not wind up becoming an MD. Y'all, some of y'all may know this story, some of y'all don't, but you heard that bio, all of those awards and all of those things. Nurse Flowers failed out of undergrad the first year. Okay, I failed out of undergrad, so I did not make it. And as it turned, it wound up needing to be this way, because all things work together for the good of those that love God. So, I was in an internship, and I met a nurse practitioner, and I saw how she was taking care of the patients and the way she taught me. And I was like, man, I was like, this is what I need to do. What's this? This is great. And then when I found out that I could become a women's health nurse practitioner, I remember calling, and I'm just going to say one of my favorite aunties, to not get in trouble. I know she yelled at, hey, auntie, calling her and saying, I know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be an OB-GYN MD, DO anymore, because that's what I was looking at, being a doctor of osteopathic medicine. I'm going to be a women's health nurse practitioner. So I started off on that path. That path was from 2005 of making that decision to actually graduating 2017. So a side note, that's what made me start Nursing Inspired. For those of you who are familiar with me, with my brand for Nursing Inspired, by inspiring the next generation of Black nurse leaders, so that they don't have to take as long as I did. But the dream was born. So I with that, I became a nurse practitioner. And I held on to the dream in the back of my mind, but I just didn't know what to do. So let me see, 2013, I came up with a name. That is Precious Flowers Women's Health. So that is my brand, my company that I am launching today. So that is part of the other part of the reason why I was bringing today. I had to have flowers in the name. That's part of legacy, making sure to have flowers in the name. And just also pointing back to that, you know, our bodies are precious, our lives are precious. And so with everything that I'm doing in women's health, I thought that this would be the perfect name to give this. With all of this, the slogan is your health, our priority, no matter where you are. Yes, thank you. And so I am the founder and CEO of Precious Flowers Women's Health. And the care that will be given is compassionate, confidential, and convenient. Lastly, a part of all of this is the Illinois Women's Health and Wellness subsidiary of everything. So this is what I wanted to also bring to you, the Illinois Women's Health and Wellness. So I need to give you all a sneak preview. So I don't know if you all could see this or not, or how well you can see this, but I will be serving women in the state of Illinois, those that do not have any insurance. And I'm gonna take a pause before I keep going on this to tell you about this and why. So for my folks who went away to college, you probably know this situation well. You went away to college, something happened, no matter, and it may have been women's health related or not, but something happened for your health, with dealing with your health care, and it was the weekend. The school health center was closed. So what did you do? You just went, you either waited till Monday, God forbid, or you went to the emergency room, and this is in some rural town somewhere. So that's your options that you had. I want to make sure that these young ladies, when they have issues, when it comes to certain things, when it's the night and the weekend, that you have somebody to see. So gynecology telehealth services on nights and weekends when you need it most is what I want to make sure to do. This is this is telehealth for women in Illinois that is fast, compassionate care online. Things like the Plan B pill, things like birth control prescriptions, treating urinary tract infections, yeast infections, painful periods, STI testing, vaginal odor and discharge, herpes management, and vaginal dryness. Could you imagine dealing with all of that on the weekend and your school center is closed and then you got TikTok? What are we doing here, right? You know, that's not enough. And so I just said, you know what, and I just laugh and I think back, you know, Helena sitting there, my college roommate and girlfriend, the stuff that we came up with, you know, we were away at school trying to figure out if we didn't call mama, if you could call mama, you know, to say, I got this going on. Because sometimes you didn't want to know, because, you know, you want them to know you're doing good, you at school, you ain't doing nothing. Doing something or not, you know, you need some help. And so I'm so glad to be able to give this back to these young ladies for something that I did not have when it was my time. So for that and with them, the last thing I'll bring up is with all of this is that they may have other needs, because also they've been seeing their pediatrician And so they have these other things that they're getting treated for that are pretty common, but they either gotta wait till the weekend is over, wait till they get back home to wherever they're from, or go to the emergency room. So if anybody needs like acne treatment refills, allergy medication refills, asthma medication refills, acid reflux, eczema, or cold sore medications, I got them on that too. So I just wanted to make sure that these young ladies are being taken care of. The end of my presentation, and so I am so grateful. Thanks, well, sorry, I had to. All right, I just had to get that out. Y'all know I love Prince, right? It ain't just because of the purple 9. Yes, Lord. That's yeah. My Paul Delmar, he thought, yeah, he took me on a graduation trip to his mansion after Prince passed. And he was like, why are you looking at me like that? And I'm like, well, you got the eyes and the complexion and things, and we in the house. I couldn't help looking at you like, sorry, I love you. So, but I digress. But anyway, yes. So yes. So back to the lecture at hand, right? So that's it. Questions from me, from everybody. Yes.
So you dream about the Vasper program. Is there anyone here that might be able to assist you with that?
I don't know, but if anybody wants to definitely be recruited or be a part of that, please let me know. You can send an email to info@preciousflowerswomenshealth.com. So any students that are interested in that, and we do have actually a form that I need to, I'll send to anybody who's interested. They can actually fill out that form so that we can get things started. So for the student ambassadors, I probably forgot to mention, meeting like every other month, just, tapping in and saying like, hey, what's happening on your campus, what things are you seeing that's trending on social media? I don't know. I don't have the time. I'm writing scripts. I don't have time for all of that stuff on TikTok. But they are, so we can kind of talk and say, hey, what's the newest thing? Like everybody, I'm not going to do it, but everybody right now is doing the Nicki Minaj challenge. I'm not standing on top of nothing. Okay. Not doing it. But, but there's lots of things out there that's happening. So I just want to make sure that I'm staying up to date, but also helping them as well. Yep. So that was it on that. So, any other questions at all? No? Okay. And I flew through this real fast. You know what? One other thing I forgot to mention about all of this for the young ladies is that I mentioned no insurance was needed. So that's the other part, is that the, being on their parents' insurance or maybe being on their school, they don't want their parents to know what's going on. So this is something that's cash based. That's where the confidential part comes in, really, because they, as anybody with minor consent, they can be seen, confidently, without having to worry about anybody kind of knowing what they are doing and kind of going through and all of that. And the time frame will be from 2 to 6 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday evenings. So that is the time frame. So it's afternoon, evenings and weekends is that time frame for them. And then I have that matched up with looking at how like places like Amazon and, GoodRx and some of the other online vendors and places that are out there to be very competitive with their pricing. So somewhere between like $40 to $60 for a visit. So it's not much, it's enough, but it's not too much. And so I want to make sure that I'm accessible for these students, for these young women at all of these different colleges as they go away. Some of you all may have seen that like Planned Parenthood closed a lot of centers in the state of Illinois, and there's a lot coming down the pipeline when it comes to Medicaid and insurance and all of these type of things. So everything that was available to these young ladies for free before and under their parents' insurance is going away and or being threatened. That's one of the highest things that's being threatened when it comes to this current administration, looking at reproductive rights and reproductive health. And so if you can't get it through your, your parents' insurance or their employer's insurance or through Medicaid or things like that, you still need to be able to get your care that you need. So that was it for me. So that's it.
All right, y'all. That was the presentation that you all were able to, that everybody was able to hear and see the day of. And so if anybody that is still here with us that's watching this recap replay, if you have any questions, please let me know, put them in the chat. I'll be watching for those to listen to answer live if I didn't get to mention something at all during the actual presentation last Sunday. And so in the meantime, I do have some other photo recaps that I wanted to finish up with, some special thanks and acknowledgments, and then get to that Cancun trip, that 5-day, 4-night Cancun trip. I need that Cancun trip, y'all, but I'm giving it away. I'm being a good steward. God is good. It was given to me and I shall give it on to others. Thank you so much, Dr. Crystal. Come through. Okay, I love my fellow nurse practitioner colleagues. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. All right. So I hope y'all can still hear and see me. This time I'm gonna leave myself there. I think y'all can still see everything. Okay. So right here, y'all, we have some folks that from the raffle, they got books that they received. So Pray That Word, Pretty Girl, Pretty Girls rather, is one of the books. And that was by Lanisha Cephas, who is my fellow nurse practitioner colleague. And she was also a vendor and sponsor. And then also Singled Out is a book that was by Veronica White. She's actually, I'll show you guys her in another slide. Okay. So, gotta love, child, hold on 1 minute. Nah, this thing done did all of the things I was supposed to. I hate technology. Don't y'all just love technology? There it is. All right. We have baskets. So in these baskets, we have stuff like facial scrubbers, because remember, we got to have 3 things. We can't be washing our face and our body and a vagina with the same thing. So they got facial scrubbers, water bottles, panty liners, hair brushes. And then there was, a little bag that actually had a male condom, a female condom, some lubricant, finger condoms, and I feel like it was something else in there. But everything that you need, if for your sexual needs and desires. Okay, so all of that's in there. Plus, also for the students, it was also not only my card that showed the signature workshops and talks that I do, but also something, a card for suicide prevention with the 988 number, a national suicide hotline on there. But folks got those. They got makeup brush holders. They got water bottles. They got Rise coffee. The balloons, I just had to laugh at the little purple balloon with the with the uterus on there. But more baskets were given out, air purifiers, even things like purple Crocs were given out. So we were just giving out so many things. Then and so we had Veronica White on the left at the top with the blue and white. She actually is also the author of that that other book that I was showing you all. And then next to her, this woman right here, my God, Erica. On the right, she actually is with Your Tax Strategy / Gentle Escapes, and she is the one who gave me not one, y'all, not 2, but 3 Cancun trips to give away to people. And so Veronica White won 1, and then Melanie Scholl, she won the 2nd trip to Cancun. All right. So, of course, I want to definitely acknowledge this woman right here, Erica. She just so much. I just can't even say, between the trips, between coming to help set up, between helping me get connected with so many people and things to be able to get this event off the ground. Y'all have no idea that literally a couple of months ago, back when I ran back into her in June, I had given up. I was not going to do this launch event. If it wasn't for her that glorious day that I ran into her. And from there, to God be the glory, so many things got set in motion. And she not only, brought herself into making sure that this happened, family, other organizations, her business, you name it, to make sure that I got this thing going. So thank you, Erica. Miss Johnson, Lord, thank you so much. With the Chicago Public Library, the South Chicago branch, who is the manager there. You know, yes, they allowed me to have my RSVP for both the rooms, but she understands. She knows what I'm talking about. You allowed us to make magic happen for this purple and mint themed party. And to be able to not only get this launch going, but to just share this time with family and friends and just all of the staff at the South Chicago Public Library. So very thankful to you all as well for all the things that you did to make that day happen. The day before, the day of, all of it. Okay. This is Marquita. Y'all, we look alike. That's my mom. Oh my gosh, Mom, Lord have mercy. All of the, I don't know how many times she ran back and forth to my house, dropping stuff off. She made sure we had sandwiches there. She brought this beautiful cake to the launch. Help with some setup. I mean, I don't even know, just everything. So thank you, Mama Flowers. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Thank you so much. Just all of the sparkling side of everything. There was so many things that she brought, picked up, and did. I just can't even say how much she came through. And man, no matter how old you get, you always need Mama, don't you? Even if you think you need it or not. Another Mama, Amy, Delmar's mom. Oh my God. So the purple, the little purple baggies that actually had the white chocolate and peanut butter peanut clusters that were made. She made those, and then in that bag she put the mints in there, and then I just added the mint tea. So she was able to really help to contribute. So excitingly grateful to this purple and mint theme. So much so that she not only made those little mint colored chocolate clusters, but she also made some white cupcakes that she dyed mint green and put a shimmer of shimmering mint green on the top of the cupcake too, y'all. Came in, helped set up that day. Just totally amazing in the midst of all that she does outside of this. So I'm so very grateful to her. Aunt Sandy, thank you, Aunt Sandy. Oh my gosh. She came through in a whirlwind and helped with setup that day. And you guys, the time frame, the library is only open from 1 to 5. So for the event to start at 2 and only having the room times to set up starting at 1 was a lot. And so Sandy came early and not just was a attendee, but actually was helping in the background. So thank you, Aunt Sandy, so much. I really appreciate you. This is Paul. This is who you heard on the at the beginning that was announcing me and with my biography. This is my brother, the one of 40 years and 40 more to go. Ace Boone Coon from way back. So thank you, Paul, so very much for coming and loading your car up, coming and being the MC, bringing your family to help support, all the things, you're a part of the origin story. It may not have continued with you being part of Flowers and Flowers Gynecology, but you were there at the beginning of the seed, and I'm so grateful, Polly. I love you for everything. Thank you so much. Big love from your big sis. All right, Delmar, my love. That's the man I was talking about that I was looking on Google at. He do have a brown eyes, y'all, don't he? Anyway. I had him wearing the mint green with me because that's how couples do. You got to have your partner coordinate with you. But everybody else I asked to wear purple. But oh my gosh, the way this house has been destroyed, having giveaway gifts and decorations and this and that all over the place, all the things I could not do around the house to be a helpful partner. He was there. He made so many runs, and then he also actually was the person who called out all the raffle and everything too as well to help orchestrate that. Just all the things. So I'm so thankful, baby. Love you so much. Thank you again. All right. Miss Lanisha, this is her and her daughter Trinity. Again, this powerful woman of God, I'm so grateful for. We are church members. We are fellow nurse practitioners together. She gave me a sponsored donation to be able to help with the giveaway baskets with all of those facial scrubbers, but also we had her books, Pray That Word, Pretty Girl. And so I'm thankful so much to you, Lanisha, for all the things to coming. Miss Veronica, Veronica White. So this is Help from a Sister organization. And let me actually share her info before I forget. So she has 2 links here. So I want to make sure to share this. So Help from a Sister is a community-driven organization dedicated to empowering single parents and their children. Their mission is to provide essential resources, guidance, and support for financial independence and personal growth. And just overall, they want you to join them in creating positive change and building a legacy of empowerment together. This organization, Help from a Sister, has something called autism parents meet and greets. And so I'm going to put that in the comment. The first meetup that she actually has coming up is August 23rd, September. And then the next one is September 15th. The other one is October 13th. But you all please go to that website, bit.ly/parents meet and greet. For more information. Otherwise, her website is from her nonprofit is helpfromasister.org. I not only want to promote and mention this wonderful organization, but her organization has been so instrumental in the last couple of months with being able to help plan out this event and get the resources I need, the support that I need. And I just cannot thank you enough, Veronica, for your organization and all that you were able to help to bring this to life, but also what you're doing for parents and families, and especially those that have children with autism. Okay. Thank you again, Veronica, and for your books. She came through, y'all, dropping books off. I mean, just decorating all the things. Wonderful woman. Thank you so much, Veronica. All right. Next is Miss Kalita. So thank you, Miss Kalita, for, oh my God, y'all. I don't know if you all saw the wonderful balloonscapes. I have to show more pictures, but the balloons around the photography booth. But not only that, on both sides of the stage, she just really, really, really laid it out, y'all. I am so grateful for her. But this woman is not only someone who is a part of, the Help from a Sister monthly meetings and the organization and everything, and the weekly planning of events group, but she also has a non-for-profit called Forgiveness Mission. And so I want to share her information as well and put that in the chat. So Forgiveness Mission aims to provide vital tools and strategic ways that will help individuals forgive and release the things that are holding them back. They aim to guide individuals through the process of forgiveness, enabling them to release emotional burdens, heal from past wounds, and cultivate a more fulfilling life through their courses, workshops, and other programs. So you guys, please get in contact with Forgiveness Mission and Kalita Barnes here. I think they have an event coming up next month. So definitely check them out. Again, Kalita, thank you so much in between trying to host your own event, with a forgiveness event the day before my launch, but also putting together the balloons, coming in with your daughter and helping to put the balloons scapes up and just making it a wonderful thing. And then we had to bust all them balloons that you made. Lord have mercy after all that work. Thank you so much again, Ms. Kalita. I am so grateful for meeting you and for all of your assistance and support. Okay. Next I had, and I'm gonna roll through these. Keisha. Hey sis. Hey, if you're still there watching, Girl, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming in. I don't know how many, about 6 hours just the day before, blowing up other balloons that we had, putting the rooms together. And then, of course, helping with those pineapples, that fruit tray and cutting up, and you being the person who helped me with that vision of getting those pineapple flower skewers put together. Thank you so much, sis. Girl, you were working like he was getting paid, girl. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. Okay. My nephew Mason, oh my gosh, my little honey here who's 12 years old. He came through the auntie's house. Surprise, didn't even know that he had the work before him that he had. But we slid him a little something later after the fact, But thank you so much, my dear Mason. I love you, my baby. My one through with all of the fruits and the veggies and the balloons and the decorations and the list that I had you make, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I know that this probably is still new to you and you're not very familiar just yet with what all this stuff is that I was talking about, but I hope that you remember this time later and maybe impress upon you a little bit of entrepreneurship too. All right. Brittany, that's another Miss Flowers. That's my brother's wife, Miss Brittany Flowers. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Coming in before you slid on that hot purple dress of yours, to help to lay things out. Also watching the girls as well, my nieces, and just doing all the things, also helping with loading the car up and all of that the day up. I mean, it was really, really something. But Brittany, I'm so grateful to you. That is no easy feat, being a mom of 2 young children and then also helping somebody with their event and setting up and running around, but watching the kids and then still looking good too, girl. Okay, come on now. All right, Henry. Oh my God, Henry. One of my brother's close friends and one of my close friends from way back, grammar school year, St. Felicitas. This is the maker of the mint mojito mocktail that we had, because we had 2 mocktails. We had the purple passion tea, which I made, and then he made the mint mojito mocktail. So that was so awesome, man. I was drinking on that for a few days. So thank you, Henry, so much. Really appreciate you coming through and dropping off that container of that mint mojito. All right, Melanie, another mom. I got a lot of mamas, y'all. So Melanie Show's mom, we have spent so much time talking about this. We have just throughout the years with the previous organization that we had together with the Anitra Jeanette Show's Scholarship Fund, in behalf of my late best friend who passed away and her daughter. I learned so much of this creativity and event planning and all the things from you. And then we even cut up little butterflies. You didn't even know what they were for, but we were cutting up little butterflies and things to prepare for this event with your Cricut, and just helping me to also take a break with creativity in the midst of this all. So, Mom, I thank you so much. Mom number 2, I love you. I thank you for all of your support, and I thank you for just sharing in this day with me. Aunt Lisa, otherwise known as Felicia, thank you so much, Auntie. Oh my gosh, I think you've probably been hearing about this off and on throughout the year from the beginning. So I thank you for all of your unending support, your listening ear, your encouragement, but also your reminder to make sure that this is something that I want. When I'm working, with coaching and presenter, just all the things that I was learning and going through. This is something that I want and I wanted to do. And thank you for helping me to remember me and my mission. Thank you so much, my fellow FF girl. Okay. Love you. Michelle, this is Michelle Green Rose. This is my first business coach. I just want to give a shout out to her. Again, I built off of some of the things that I've done with other nonprofits over the years, but to go from nursing and healthcare to being in business and being encouraged to be an author, and even speaking, and all of these things that I have been doing, I just absolutely could not have done any of the beginnings of what I have been doing without you and going through your program a few years ago for being a nurse entrepreneur. So thank you so much, Michelle. I can't appreciate you. And I'm so glad that that I met you and that I was able to take part in your program and be one of your scholarship winners for that at the time. All right. Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris, my current coach. He has been a godsend, an absolute godsend over the last few years. I just can't thank you enough, Dr. Lauren, and so grateful for all the times that, you know, we spent, you know, on the phone, in person, at your home, all the things that you were helping me with my mindset with, but also looking at and just understanding my creativity and helping to correct some things when it needs to be corrected and giving a second eye, teaching me the technology, making me come out of my comfort zone. Dr. Lauren, I just can't thank you enough. You are a phenomenal human being. You are just God sent. And I thank you so much for being with me through all the excitement, through all the tears, through all the joy, all the things in between. So thank you, Dr. Lauren. Tiffany, I don't know if you're still in the audience or not, but this is the telehealthpreneur. Oh my gosh, Tiffany Brown, nurse practitioner, business owner. I have to give a shout out. Oh my God, this program, y'all, if anybody wants to have their own telehealth business, please, please, please join this program. It is the truth. Okay. Go true. 100% hands down. But Tiffany has been so wonderfully supportive, not only with all of her courses, but through email. You know, I ran into her in person at the event. I was so nervous to ask her stuff and take a picture. That was my first time meeting, but she just does not mind. She's a wealth of information. She doesn't mind answering questions. She is totally there for you. And Tiffany, I just love you so much. Thank you. Oh my God. I just can't believe I launched. And if I did not hold on to your card from meeting you a few years ago, I don't know why I'm getting teary-eyed now. I just don't know. I just really don't know. This really helped Precious Flowers. I had the name Precious Flowers back in 2013, but for me to actually launch it now because of you, I'm so grateful. All right, I'm gonna move on, y'all. I'm a crybaby. Dr. Farah Laurent. Oh my God. Another one, real OG. She, excuse me, y'all. She is someone, if you want to really go from being uncomfortable, from the comfortable to uncomfortable, and looking what you can do for your nursing career, what you can do for your nursing business, this woman is the truth. She is another woman that truly believed in me. She made it her absolute business that I was at that Nurses Making Money Moves conference, okay, earlier this year. That was when I was able to even first mention the name, your GYN girlfriend, which Tiffany Brown, who I just showed, helped me to come up with, because I had your gynecology girlfriend, but it was like, eh. And then she said, how about your GYN girlfriend? I'm talking about Tiffany right now. Ran with it. And I'm so glad to have the name. Dr. Farah. Whew. Again, being at that conference not only really fully enriched me, and y'all, she has another one coming up next year, so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned and watch her. But she really made sure that, you know, we were poured into the VIP dinner the day before and then the day of at that conference. But not only was I just poured so much into, but, you know, all the photos I was able to get from it actually for my social media just in itself, wonderful thing. And she just constantly checked on me and just DM'd me constantly, seeing how I was doing and just, you need anything, you all right? So thank you, Dr. Farah Laurent. You are another God-sent woman, and I just can't thank you enough for all of your support. Ashley, hey, Dr. Ashley. I don't know if you're still there watching this right now. I know you're seeing patients as well. Ashley, Dr. Ashley Whitlock. Oh my gosh, girl. thank you for, I just love this picture. I keep it on my little digital photo frame when I was working and stuff, and I always see it and smile because we were just having such a good time at the Nurses Making Money Move conference. But she was the one who actually encouraged me to do a video and pulled out her camera, y'all, and said, come on, announce it. It's okay. Say it. And, you know, that was way back, what, in March? And this is August. And I knew that the date August 10th was coming up, and I was so nervous. And I was like, oh my God, this is my first day not being nursing inspired or the Black pre-nursing coach. Now I'm actually coming out as your GYN girlfriend. And I was so scared, but she had me so charged up and so energetic. But not only that, from that day, but being in the telehealthpreneur community and program that I'm in, she's constantly making sure that, we're celebrating our wins every Wednesday, and, and just constantly keeping, engagement going, and just checking on me, checking on everybody else. And, she's running her own, telehealth business as well, her own clinic and practice. And for her to be just checking on me too, I just can't thank her enough. So Ashley, love you. Thank you. I can't appreciate it. Thank you enough. This is America's favorite nurse, otherwise known as Nurse Alice. This is Alice Benjamin, nurse practitioner. I've been following her for many, many years. I can't believe I actually met her at the conference, the Nurses Making Money Moves conference as well. Phenomenal woman, and just so humble and so down to earth and so impactful, and you just can't even believe you've seen her all over television, everywhere. And she's just so humble and so down to earth. It's so cool. I love her. And RX program, where she helps nurses and nurse practitioners really use their voice in the community, because we are not well seen, as much as we could be. A lot of doctors are called for things when it comes to the news and television shows and things like that when they talk about health topics, but they don't really bring us too much on screen. But that's not because that they don't think that that we should be there, but we don't put ourselves out there the way we need to. So I thank you so much, Nurse Alice, for helping nurses to find their voice and to help to remind me to find my voice when it comes to women's health. So I'm coming out, and I'm definitely taking your advice. And I thank you so much, Nurse Alice. Oh, and one more thing about Nurse Alice. I actually had my first blog post ever, my first posting ever on her platform as well. So I actually have an article on her site. So y'all, I want y'all to check it out. Okay, we're going to be finishing up real soon. All right. Dr. Crystal Agnew. I don't know if you're still there, Dr. Crystal. Girl. Yes, I went and found this photo of you. I love you. Thank you, my fellow nurse practitioner. We have been sounding boards for one another, and just checking in on one another, loving on one another. We are part of Chicago Chapter National Black Nurses Association together. And, it's not many people. Yeah, that's you on the screen. That's you, girl. It's not many people it's not many nurse practitioners in the chapter as it is, and so it's different, the responsibility that we have versus all the folks that are nurses. So to be on the board of directors, and have a board position in the chapter, and also being a nurse practitioner when we got to take work home sometimes, versus folks that are nurses really don't have to do that. You understand. And I am so grateful for you for just being there, just listening, praying, checking on me, being able to be there to check on you, sharing resources, all the things. And, we'll talk about some more things later, All right. Shannon, girl, love you so much. Shannon, you were helping me out in the very beginning, and sometimes throughout, just with brainstorming and thinking about things that I can consider. You are a powerhouse. You are just such a wonderful nurse, a mentor, a friend, so many things. I just can't thank you enough for all of your support and just the way you just get things out there, but you support me and everything that I'm doing. So I truly can't thank you enough. Yes, and yes, I'm gonna show this comment real quick. Yes, girl. Love you, Dr. Crystal. So yes, Shannon, girl. Oh my God. Thank you again for helping me to envision some of these different things. You just don't even know the envisioning, as you said to me, the life that I want to see for myself. Not only just for this, but being a past guest on my podcast, Listen Up Future Nurse, being on my committee, the Branding, Technology, and Innovation Committee with the Chicago Chapter National Black Nurses Association. Fun time girlfriend, my fellow Sag. Yes, girl, love you. Thank you so much. Okay. And then I think that was it on all of the, I think I had, nope, couple more. Cousin Al, thank you. Mighty man of God. I don't know how many times you have called me out of the blue right when I needed it, and you prayed over me, prayed with me, gave me a word, gave me business advice, gave me sponsorship, all the things. Cousin Al, I love you so very much, and I can't thank you enough for all of your support. You didn't even know nothing about this event or this launch or replay or anything, but I just wanted to publicly say thank you to Alfred Holland. God bless you. David, the man that I'm going to show y'all some more photos that captured all the moments and all the things. He wasn't just there for that event, but he has photographed me on other instances at other events and things like that. Wonderful eye, a wonderful eye, so engaging, so kind, so professional. Shows up early, gives you your stuff. I mean, I just can't thank you enough, David, for also helping this vision come true and asking me what my vision was for the event before you even came. You didn't just come in taking photographs. You asked me what my vision was. So I thank you for being there, and thank you for giving me my replacement glow bracelet. I appreciate you. All right. So now we are here at this. And I don't know who's lasted this long. It's been an hour. I don't know if anybody is still here watching, but this is the it's raffle time. So this is actually the link for the raffle. So you don't just get the link and then you like win the trip. So, but here's the link for that. And you can email me if you need to for some reason, if it's not clickable or you can't highlight it or something like that. But this is the link to the KingSumo platform that will keep track of all the folks who are entering the raffle. And so this is sponsored by Your Tax Strategy in partnership with Gentle Escapes Travel. Again, thank you so much, Erica, for providing this. And so I want to make sure that y'all better enter this raffle. Okay, I gave away 2. Folks thought they didn't know what I was giving away online in person. They didn't realize that we was gonna get that far in person. But as they say, you got to be present to win. And those who came or those who stayed had that opportunity. And we had 2 winners, but I still had 1 more, and I wanted to save it for this. So this raffle starts today. So you have an opportunity to get started with helping to share the word, to follow me, do all the things to help to get the word out on what I'm doing for your chance to win. And then it goes all the way up until August 31st. So you got 2 weeks, y'all, 2 weeks. So anybody who's watching this now or anybody who's watching the replay, you have the opportunity to do things like follow me, like I said, share some links, read an article, all the things, whatever. Make sure that you sign up for this raffle, okay? I wish I could go. But that little card that you see in the corner is what will get mailed to you along with a printout document with more details and everything for you to use. Now, if you win this, you have to be 25 years and up, by the way, to enter this raffle. But if you win this and you decide I can't go for some reason, you want to give it to somebody else, just make sure not to activate it. It will say that on the card and on the paper and stuff, but I just wanted to kind of quote unquote state that for the record. Okay. All right. So that's that. Last of this recap here. And then we got to get up out of here because we've been out here long enough. All right. Child. Okay. So, yes. So this is, I'm so grateful to have celebrated with everybody virtually, everybody online, in person rather, the day of. Family, there's my cake that my mom got me with the purple and the green all over that and everything with the flowers, and my niece is there. I had a picture with my nephew Mason earlier, and there's a big close-up of that butterfly clip. My mom had the biggest butterfly though, because that's Mama Flowers. She got the biggest butterfly, but I got one on too. So that's what these look like. These are butterfly clips that people had to kind of go with the theme. So thank you again, Mom, for the flowers, for the cake, for the sandwiches and the champagne stuff, just everything, Mom, everything. Love you. Dr. Crystal, and great question. The link to follow and share. So once you sign up for the raffle, all the links will show up and be available to you and everything. So you'll be able to follow and do all the things there. Yep. A great question. Let me see. And then last, I think I just had one more thing because we got to go. All right. So family, thank you all again. Delmar, Mom, Aunt Sandy, all the things. This was a picture of the giveaway table, but this also has what some in the middle, some of the things that the ambassadors will get. So they get either a custom purple or a custom mint topped drinking glass. They get some purple and mint Post-it notes, and then they have purple calendars for 2026 with butterflies on top. So that's all the stuff that's in the middle there that the ambassadors will get. So I need one for each school, y'all, so that you can look back at the listing before and all of that, all of the Illinois schools that offer the students away. Because again, the students that are in Chicago, at the universities and stuff, we got all the healthcare we need. But those students that are away, they need support. Okay, they not only need healthcare for their gynecology needs, but they need to be able to just learn more about healthcare and everything for their women's health too while they're away, versus here in Chicago and cities like this. All right. So thanks for coming. I think that is it for my presentation. That is it. So thank you all for coming virtually. Thank this time for the replay recap. Thank you all for thank you all those that made it on August 10th in person and virtual. I really can't thank all of you enough. The presentation. I hope that you will be sharing what I'm doing. Thank you all so much for all the congratulations and the comments and the hearts and the likes and all the things. Please make sure to share this replay recast and all the things. And otherwise, that is it for me. Your GYN girlfriend is out.